In today's day and age, we are constantly looking for the next best thing. In this video, we're going to be looking at just that, ray tracing, or more specifically path tracing. Traditionally, computers have used what is called rasterization to take a 3D image and display it in a 2D space. Graphics processors do this by looking at the thousands of geometric figures in a 3D scene and determines if they're visible in the given perspective. From there, it analyzes the light sources to give the scene light and color. The problem with this technique is that in order to get reflective surfaces and shadows, we have to cheat, which means they aren't always accurate. Ray tracing solves this problem by simulating how light works in the real world. Here's how it works. The camera, or the perspective of the viewer, sends thousands of rays out, which hit surfaces and bounce towards a light source. If there's an object like an apple between the ray that hit the surface and the light source, the computer knows to put a shadow there. If the object was glass, it would refract the light passing through it. This technique does provide a more accurate image of what the scene would look like in real life, but it still isn't the best we can do. Rays of light don't just bounce off one surface and then go straight for your eye. They're constantly bouncing off of surface to surface, changing the color of the different objects as the light gets diffused, reflected, and absorbed. This is where path tracing comes in. A path traced scene works much the same way, but improves upon it. Think about the path light takes before reaching your eye. It starts out from a light source, bounces off multiple different surfaces like rocks, leaves, and maybe some shiny objects, and then it finally reaches your eye. Some of these surfaces absorb a lot of light, others might reflect some of it. This can cause subtle changes in the hue of some surfaces and create more shadows on others. This technology is not new. In fact, you've seen it in practically any AAA movie made today. So why aren't we using this technology in all computers if it's so much better than rasterization? Path tracing is incredibly computationally expensive. So much so that in Disney's most recent Monsters, Inc. movie, some frames took up to 26 hours to render using huge servers with the latest in computing technology. One frame every 26 hours may be fine for movies, but it definitely is not going to work for video games. So, you mean I won't be able to play Minecraft in path tracing mode? Actually, you can. NVIDIA has created a dedicated graphics card that combines AI with real-time path tracing. The result is a 60 frame per second scene that looks far better than a traditional rasterized one. Unfortunately, this technology is still new, which means it's expensive. In order to reliably hit 60 frames per second in path tracing mode, you'll need to drop $1,200 on an RTX 2080 Ti from NVIDIA. Make no mistake though, real-time path tracing is the future. It's just a matter of bringing the cost down and improving the technology. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the Ray side.